It's just after 7 o'clock here at Moody Radio, as we want to say thank you to Pamela, who got in this
Thank you,
last
Pamela.
hour as well.
Just before 7.
Right. So
6:59.
appreciate that. Giving a gift and getting that doubled. So that $100 gift became a $200 gift. And so we'd love to hear from you as we are kind of trying to get ready for Share tomorrow and getting as close to our goal as we can before we get started. And then we don't have, quite as much work to do.
And we have some really generous donors who say, we really want to encourage folks to get involved in this ministry. And so we're so thankful for them that they offered up what they have and just saying, we want to donate $1 for every dollar given. So we want to encourage people to get involved.
That's right. And so here's how you do that. You call 800-600-9624, 800-600-9624. You can also go online to moodyradio.org/Quad Cities, and you can give there. And like we every dollar you give right now up until $5,000 or up until 9 o'clock, whichever comes first will be doubled. So we've already had, now thanks to Virginia, who just got in.
Virginia from Durant.
And so we have, $3,200 left of that match money. So take advantage of it.
That's right. Give us a call, 800-600-9624, 800-600-9624, or give online at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities.
It's catching.
Never stop. When you're older, never stop in the middle of a number. You don't know where you are.
The trains are running off the track already. 7:04, here's Matthew West, Grace Wayne, Moody Radio. Also, by the way, hi there, everybody on Facebook Live. You can join us there for our mid-morning show coffee break.
I was trying to see if we were live. Thankfully, we
I'm
are
live,
live.
Deb. I don't know about you, but... So, I guess we'll revert back and see everybody the regular way.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening in and joining us on Facebook Live. We appreciate you so much. And we are doing this ministry together. And I really have enjoyed yesterday and today just focusing on this during a special Ken and Deb in the morning, being able to talk about being together in ministry. We definitely need each other in these days. We can't do this alone.
That's right. Yeah, so if you're checking in this morning and you want to give, you can still do that as well. You can go to our website and give there, and you can also call the phone number 800-600-9624, and you can give a gift. So good morning to Jordan, who's watching this morning.
Hey, Jordan.
And Kathy, appreciate you checking in again this morning with us here.
So, Ken, do you know Father's Day is coming up?
It is.
I was reading yesterday the most unpopular Father's Day gift. What do you think it is?
A tie?
No.
Socks.
No.
Socks? No.
A gift basket.
A gift basket.
Well, what's in the basket?
Yeah, so I was going to say, it has to depend on what's in the gift basket.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know.
if-
It didn't go any
If
further
you like
than
have
that. It just
fishing
said,
gear in there or something like that, that'd be all right.
Edible fruit. Oh, thanks.
is the basket the size of a fishing boat?
Yeah.
I'll go for that.
Okay.
The actual boat is the basket.
Gift basket full of raw meat.
There you go. Woo!
That was on the top most undesirable gifts, too, was groceries.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're polling the wrong people.
But again, what are the groceries?
See,
right?
yeah, there you go.
Are you getting rice cakes and,
Right,
and some
yeah.
wheat bread?
Yeah, that's right. Here, I'll take some styrofoam, please.
Yeah.
It's a nice oat bran muffin.
Great.
Yeah.
So I found out what my son is getting me
Okay.
for Father's Day. He told me early because it was a need. Well, I have my desktop computer at home that kind of went belly up. Some parts we couldn't figure out what was going wrong with it, and so without him being here to go through and check everything, he has the tools to do that. He goes, I just bought you new parts. I go, okay.
Well, that's really
So basically,
nice.
he's
So
got
thoughtful.
all the computer parts that go into it, except for the case, which I already have the case. And he said, I'm just shipping it. It's all put together.
Wow.
You just slap it in there, hook up the wires, and you're ready to go.
Oh, neat.
And
Wow.
so I thought that was really
That's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
That's very thoughtful.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a very thoughtful gift.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
And he knows how much I use it and stuff at home. And so that's very special. He's in the business and he knows what to get. I trust him, So,
Isn't that the key with computers, right? I mean, just having somebody that you can trust.
right.
Yeah.
And so somebody putting it together like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he knows that, I don't play video games a lot, very stuff like that. So he didn't really put in a souped up video card.
Yeah.
But he knows I do a lot of audio work. And so he put in a nice audio card in there for me, plus a lot of RAM and a lot of memory as far as for the storage and stuff. So, yeah, it's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Cool.
You lost me in the middle of that, but that's okay.
When you had a RAM, was he giving you a goat for it? I don't know.
I got plenty of those
Or
already.
a truck? What? Matthew West and Grace Wins on Moody Radio at 7:08. Good morning. Ken and Deb here. Jason's here. Jeremy's here. We're all hanging out this morning and having a great time just talking about how God has used this ministry in people's lives. I love reading the comments when people make their gift and how they've, God has used this ministry in their life. Like Kathy said, listening to Moody Radio helps me live a more godly life, helps me not focus only on myself, but also on others and their needs before my own. I'm challenged to not respond to a situation with fear or a sense of hopelessness, but instead see how God can use this situation and how I can respond to it for God's glory. What a perspective. Knowing Christ as my Savior gives me peace in all situations. Thanks, Kathy. That's a great
Amen.
comment.
Yeah, thanks for giving your comment when you called in your gift. And Claudia, thank you so much for your gift this morning from Moline. And Virginia also participated as we are doing a little pre-share, Ken and Deb, in the morning. And a generous donor has given $5,000 to be used as match money. And so every gift given this morning up to $5,000 will be matched dollar for dollar and go towards the ministry of Moody Radio. And I don't think we've mentioned where we're at this morning, but we're over 32%
Yes.
of our goal, and we're just very thankful for that.
Yeah, and we just had another gift that's coming in. It hasn't quite caught up yet, but we're only about $830 away from 33%. And so thanks to Phyllis. who
Yeah,
just got
thanks,
through.
Phyllis.
Appreciate that. So here's something to consider. We mentioned this earlier and we mentioned it yesterday, but our AM station, 960 AM, is 60 years old this year. Our FM is 40 years old, and so you could make a gift that's 60 or 40 to support either one of those. Or if you wanted to support the whole ministry, you could do a $100 gift, and that would kind of in honor of both the AM and the FM. Sponsor that. And then, of course, now it'd be doubled to $200. So we've had a lot of those $100 gifts come in, which is encouraging.
Yeah, and even if you can't give a whole $100 right now, if you want to give $10 a month,
Yep.
that's a wonderful auto gift too, and that would be $240 towards the Ministry of Moody. Our phone number, 800-600-9624. You can also give online at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities.
If you've never given to the ministry of WDLM, this would be a great time for you to jump in. I mean, we have the same values that you do. We want to see truth, especially in a culture like ours today, where there's not even just today, but we are living in a season, have been in a season for quite some time, where truth just gets muddied. And so we want to know the truth. We want to report the truth. So just like you, we want to know what the truth is. And Moody Radio is a reliable source for truth. And so we would encourage you to give, especially if you've never given before. Now is the time to get involved, see that gift matched dollar for dollar.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, Amanda is a first-time giver this year, and she said, every day I get in the car and listen to Moody Radio, the station preset, I have to change it back after my hubby drives the car. And I've gotten in after a rough day or morning. I'll hear exactly what I need to lift me up. Thanks for all you do. Loves Pastor Ford. So thanks, Amanda, for sharing that comment with us. And so you want to give right now? Now's a great opportunity. Your money, your dollars can be doubled when you give your gift at 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624 or online, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. And thanks.
One of the things that I think is fun to see during a share is the different gift sizes
Right.
that come in, because it's not the dollar amount that matters. It's
Right.
it's the sacrifice, right? You give based on how you're feeling led,
Right.
and so every gift matters, and size just anyway.
Yeah.
It's just exciting to see how the different gifts come together to take care of the full picture.
Right.
So it's just encouraging to
Yeah.
see people respond.
And sometimes it's really interesting when you see gifts come in of a different amount,
Yeah.
an odd amount that you wouldn't normally see. And you almost wonder sometimes, what's the story behind that? We don't always hear the story, but sometimes you'll see like a, $225 gift or whatever, just kind of an amount that's not necessarily normal that you would see. And so there's always a story behind that. But, the Lord's led them to do that.
Yeah, and the important part is that we're doing this together. I mean, it's just like when you have a family and you have different abilities in a family and different ages in a family, and you're trying to do a project together. Everybody has a role, even though you may not be the one that's carrying the drywall. Maybe you're the one mudding it. I don't know.
Right.
Everyone has a different role in a house project, and this is a family here at Moody Radio. We're part of God's family, and so whatever your role is, whatever God has called you to do, the important thing is just pick up your hammer and be ready to work and do the work with us, and that's what makes it so exciting. It's really not in any of our control.
Right.
It's God who owns this ministry.
Yeah, that's right.
It's His. And so thanks so much for being so faithful in giving. Our
Yeah.
phone number, if you want to get involved right now, is 800-600-9624.
And Kathy was saying here on Facebook Live that she gave for the first time yesterday.
Wonderful.
And now
Thanks,
feels
Kathy.
like part of the family, which is really cool here, the WDLM family. So thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy. Yeah.
Appreciate you doing that. Yeah, we are partners in ministry together. Philippians 1:5 talks about how Paul was telling the people there, I treasure your partnership in ministry with me. And he was encouraging them to give to the ministry as he goes and travels. And so we're all partners. Spreading the gospel, getting people to know who Jesus is. And that's the ultimate goal, right?
That's it. That's why we're here, is to share the gospel message. And Jason was talking about the truth. And when you think of the news, it is so hard to find the truth in
Yeah.
the news. But it's not hard to find the truth in God's word.
Right.
No.
I mean, if we stick to that, we will never be away from the truth,
Yep.
because that is the truth. And that's what our teaching programs focus on, is unpacking God's word for our lives today.
Yeah, that's right. Hillsong Worship with Oh Praise the Name on Moody Radio Quad Cities at 7:16. Good morning, Ken and Deb here. We're also on Facebook Live doing our mid-morning show coffee break if you want to join us there. I've got Kathy and Heidi's on there and Jordan's on there this morning, so appreciate you guys checking in with us on Facebook Live. But also, we're doing something kind of special this morning. It is our kind of pre-share special, if you might say. Share doesn't start till tomorrow officially. But we've been to help encourage people to give. And what that means is that if you give a gift of any size right now, you can have that money matched, dollar for dollar, either up until we get to that $5,000 mark or till 9 o'clock, whichever comes first.
And our phone number is 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624. And also, we always take, if you want to give us a call and give just a testimony of how God has used this ministry in your life, we'd love to hear that and share that with our listeners too. Maybe you've already given and you're listening in this morning and something to share with us about something you've heard on Moody Radio that has really helped you through this season. Share the story with us. It will encourage others to give, just like that person that is challenging with money, challenging with words. It's another also really encouraging to just hear stories of how God is at work. Our phone number is 800-600-9624.
Also, if you're on Facebook Live, too, by the way, we do have a link in the description of the live stream right now, a link that will take you right to where you can give your gift if you just want to click on that, and it'll take you there. Or you can go to our website, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. And so we'd love to hear from you this morning. Share those testimonies of how God is working in your life. 7:17, good morning.
So, Jeremy, are we able to do Facebook Live on the Moody Radio page as well? Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking through that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm with these guys here,
Yeah.
and you guys are both dads. So
Yes. Where are
if
you
you
going
were
with this, Dad?
okay, with Father's Day coming up, people are thinking about what should I get my dad for Father's Day? Asking that question, how would you respond? What's the most meaningful gift for you guys?
Well, since we're in different seasons of life, I'll let you go first, Jason.
Well, yeah. Boy, that's hard. I like anything that they create. I think is fun just for the stage. Now, if I were to the stage that they're in, probably one of the most important things to me is words. I just Susie will ask them, like what's your favorite thing that Daddy does, or and so typically those sorts of answers come with whatever card that she gets, and those are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, since most of my kids are away from me, they're out of town and away, I love it when they all come back and we get to spend time together. I was just looking at some pictures of a Father's Day quite a few years back when all of my boys were here together. We all went out fishing. We all were hanging out together. And of course, their families were with us and everything too. But it was really a blessing to just have everybody back together again, because I didn't think I would miss it as much as I do, since now we're empty nesters and and not having them around all the time. So I miss the time, being able to spend with them and just seeing how they interact with their families and how they've grown up and matured. And so it's really cool.
So, Dad, if you're listening to Facebook right now, if there's a dad, what are you looking forward to on Father's Day? You can just comment below and give people some suggestions for this week, because it's coming up quickly on Sunday.
Right. 7:20, good morning. It is Ken and Deb here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Also on Facebook Live, we are doing our mid-morning show coffee break at Ken and Deb in the morning on Facebook, and you can check us out there. You can also give to the pre-share event that's going on too. We do have a link on our Facebook page in the comments, or I should say into the description of the Facebook Live post that's going on. But if you want to give online, go to our website, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities, or call 800-600-9624, and just had some more gifts come in. Pam from Sterling came in a little bit ago, so thanks, Pam.
And all your gifts are matched dollar for dollar. And I mentioned earlier a 2020 gift. I'm going to look for that this year sometime. I am just looking for a 2020 gift.
So you're looking for $2,020
or
$20.20?
Yeah, 2020 or 202.0. I don't know. You can put the decimal place anywhere.
All right. So we're looking for 2020 gifts. Okay. That'd be interesting. Also, maybe you want to give to support the whole ministry. You can give a $100 gift, because our AM is 60 years old, the FM is 40 years old. Put those together, it'd be $100, which would become $200 right now, because of that generous donor that has given a $5,000 matching gift. So a couple of ways to give. Just go ahead and call 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. You can also text the word share to 800-600-9624 if you're driving, and we'll send you a link on how to give.
All right. So you, Deb, asked about Father's Day. one of the things I enjoy doing with my kids for Mother's Day or even Susie's birthday is we'll go to a store like Target or something like that, and I'll ask them, okay, what do you think Mama needs? And oh my goodness, that is a fun time.
So what's the most interesting thing that they've ever done?
Well, right now their kick is socks. Mama needs socks. Now Susie's fine. She's okay on socks, but in their mind, so one time we got her these. I think they were black and gold socks that had unicorns on them, and
Cute.
I think I remember seeing pictures
yeah,
of those.
oh yeah. I mean that's
That's funny.
That's a great idea.
That is.
Even, ladies, take your kids out and ask them, what does daddy need?
yeah.
Right? That'd be good. You know
And then
what?
buy that
The
gift.
thing about it is, though, is that you'll never forget that gift.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Just thinking about that, it'd be so special. Daddy needs a new screwdriver.
Yeah.
You go out and he gets the screwdriver or whatever.
But dads, don't prompt your kids like daddy needs a new truck.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
It's a DeWalt complete cordless set.
That's right.
when mommy asks you what daddy needs, here's my list.
Yeah. Listen, if you've got to take out a loan to get it, then that's the wrong gift, baby. Yeah.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah.
It would be an interesting question, though. What's the most unusual gift you've gotten for Mother's or Father's Day?
I remember. My grandkids have made me some stuff before. They're just precious when
Yeah,
you see
they
that.
are.
They'll make like either little ornaments or something like that, or just pictures with their hand. And they'll draw
Oh,
on
yeah.
there, but those are special. We still have a lot of those on the fridge and
Yeah.
get reminded of that stuff. So
That's one of the things that Susie did with the kids for I think it was Mother's Day that the one we just passed, where took their hands and put them on a flower pot, and
Yeah, that's good.
did that one. So yeah,
Yeah, I have some of those up still in the house. Mm-hmm. One of them is with he made this little holder, I think in first grade or something. It's got his picture and a little flower. It's still on my it's still in my bedroom on
Yeah?
the wall. It's fun to look back at, and
sure.
it's over 20 some years ago.
We were just talking the other day about how when we first moved out to the farm, my boys were still all at home, and so they had a bunch of their friends from Omaha come out, and they had this huge camp out and airsoft gun fight and all this other stuff, but they were planning up to that time when all of them were coming out, and they had all these plans, and my son Sean had built his armor out of roofing material. It was metal, so he could have protection for the airsoft, and it was great. So just those memories are great. Mm-hmm. But hey, thanks for joining us on our mid-morning show coffee break as we wrap this one up. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock with that. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.